Yes, 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 yes. Fabulous, financially free Friday to all our
Woo!
fabulous fabpreneurs. Yay, I hope that music kind of gets you going and excited. It is Friday, and today we really want to step into that feeling of financial freedom. And today we're going to talk about how to become financially free by rewriting your money scripts. If this is your first time joining me, I'm Evie Diaz. I'm a financial empowerment speaker, financial trauma healer, and soon to be a published author. And if this is your very first time, please make sure you tell us who you are. Tell us a little bit about your business. This is your chance to tell us about your business. If you have any questions of us, whether you're watching live or on the replay, make sure to post them there in the chat wherever you see this. Let us know where in the world you are. And if you're watching on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, or Instagram, let us know where you're catching us. Today, have you been feeling perhaps a little bit frustrated because you work very hard
Mm.
at your business, perhaps too hard? Maybe you've taken a lot of training. You've perhaps invested a lot of money in your business, whether it is in marketing, in business, or in mindset. And you're wondering why you're still not financially free, or at the very least, what's going on that you may not be making the type of money you want. So if that is you, today's live stream is for you. So if you're here, I want you to feel comfortable and confident that this is a divine appointment, that we have been summoned here by our energy, by our hearts, by divine source to come together for the purpose of elevating each other and really experiencing breakthroughs in our lives. So welcome. Please make sure you chat there. I want to hear from you. And today, here in our fabulous Financially Free Friday show, I have a very special guest to me. She is very special because she is a woman who has said yes to herself. She is a woman who's stepping into her power, stepping into her light, and boldly declaring that this is her time, this is her year, and she is open and receptive to moving forward powerfully with her purpose and her passion. And more specifically, she is one of our MoneyFest Live Virtual Women's Conference VIP. Now, if you don't know anything about that today, I'm going to invite you to check out moneyfestlive.com and get your ticket. And also, by participating there in the chat, today we're going to give out a free general admission ticket to MoneyFest Live. So make sure that you put something there in the chat so that when I run the wheel of winning, which I have here at this program, you can win. So make sure to participate. Now, without further ado, let me introduce, or rather, allow her to introduce herself. My guest today, Mindy Acevedo. Hi, Mindy.
Hi, Evie. Thank you so much for having me here and for the opportunity and for those beautiful words that came out of your mouth. Saying yes. Yes, it's about saying yes. And that is my intention. And I hope that whoever's listening, please make it your intention too, because we have to make our time now. My name is Mindy Acevedo in Spanish, and in English it's Acevedo. I have over years of experience in the television production industry. I'm also an actor, and now is my intention and to serve women over 50 who are looking to reinvent themselves, maybe boost their confidence, maybe find a new passion, maybe they just want to start something new or have a little bit of fun, right? Sometimes we are so used to helping other people, serving other people, taking care of other people that we forget to take care of ourselves and do things that elevate us or bring us a little bit more happiness or just time for ourselves. So that is, I have a program, Acting Over 50, and that is my intention. I would love to serve you if you want to also say yes.
I love that, Mindy. I love that you said that. And Mindy, as we begin, we're going to be discussing how to become financially free by rewriting your money scripts.
Mhm.
I love that you're here because you attended our healing class and you have received your Moneyfest Live VIP ticket, and you say you're an actor. So before I go into this topic any further, as an actor, when you hear the word script, what does that mean? And tell us a little bit about the actor experience with scripts and scripting or a manuscript.
Okay, so when I hear script, I get excited, right? I get happy, I get excited, and to me, it means an opportunity. As a TV producer, a script may feel a little bit anxious because you have to write a script from scratch and you have to find a way to be creative and get the attention of the audience. As an actor, it means I have an opportunity to do what I love and to perform and to shine my light. So when I received that script, I'm like, oh my God, oh my God. So it's an exciting thing. And I think for the money scripting that you are guiding us through and that class we took was amazing because it was eye opening for me, at least, to realize that I am able to rewrite something that happened to me in the past, and that's just a belief, right? But it's patterns that we have through our whole life. And when you said that, I'm like, oh my God, why didn't I think of that before? So I actually did it. I wrote one from one of our stories from last week. I actually wrote two, and I think it's amazing.
I love that. I love that. And today, for those of you that are watching, and also for you, Mindy, we have another healing class right after this at 1 o'clock that you're welcome to join us. It's the same Zoom that we used last week. Today, we're going to actually go a lot more into the topic that you and I are talking about, and that is about rewriting those money scripts. So, first of all, let's dive into a little bit.
Mhm.
How do you define financial freedom? Let's start there
For
for you.
myself.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, that's a big one. I think for me is not to have that constant worry of how I'm going to pay things. I think is financial freedom is to feel free and happy that you know that you can purchase anything you want without being, oh my God, I don't know if I can buy this, or give something to someone you love and not be like, oh my God, what am I going to do next month? You know, to me, that's financial freedom, right? Happiness, peace in your heart.
And that's what I want you to first start with. I want you to tap into, that feeling that you want the most, first
Mm,
of all, because I love that you said that because it is about a feeling. That's why I started calling our group the FAB Rich Women. And then I thought about, well, wealthy sounds like we are wealthier. And financial freedom is what really resonated with me the most as I have been writing a book for almost 2 years that will be entitled Money Scripting. And the more that I write, whether it is a blog or the courses or the main course that I'll be launching November 1st, the more that I realize exactly what you said, which is about a feeling. And it is a feeling of being free. And when I think about being free, I think about a bird flying. I think about flowing. I think about being in the flow. I think about being at peace. So, first of all, that is my first invitation for us to define what it means to be financially free. And then I'm going to caution you to be aware when you are writing in your journal. And yes, I developed a method and a practice that is called the FAB money scripting method of manifesting financial freedom. And it is a certain way of journaling, or rather, a certain way of scripting.
mm,
And at moneyfest.com and during our healing class, I've discussed the difference between journaling, scripting, and money scripting. Now, I'm not going to dive into that today, but suffice it to say that the first thing we want to do is grab a notebook or a journal, and I'm inviting everyone who is attending MoneyFest to bring that. And, it could be a fancy one, or look, I have this book. It's one of my favorites. I have many different ones. And by the way, just yesterday, it's funny, we have all this bling today, but
Mhm.
women are going to receive this journal.
I
And
love it.
blingies,
So
and I
pretty.
got it yesterday. Yeah, and so we're going to have a lot of gifts that are going to happen during Money Fest Live. This is going to be one of them, and the idea is grab something and write. And yes, I'm encouraging you to grab a pen and something to write with, and do it manually, because I believe there's a lot of strength and power in you using a lot more of your senses, your imagination, your thinking, your feeling, your visual, as many cognitive, um, as much cognition you can into the process. So when you start by defining, well, what is financial freedom? And I love that you said the feeling, because the first step in the FAB money scripting is to feel and to be in tune with the feeling. So by being in tune with that feeling and what we want, instead of writing what we don't want, by the way. So instead of saying, oh, I don't want to feel agitated, oh, I don't want to feel this, it's not feeling concern, not feeling worried. We delete that, delete. We want to state in our writing, I feel happy, I feel joyful, I feel like I'm flowing, I feel free, I feel relaxed. So it is about that feeling. So that's the first thing. It is about the feelings. And I use the word financial freedom because we can, each and every one of us, define what that means for us. So that's the first thing that I'm going to share with you for you to begin, because I know that next week, a week from today, yay, we're going to be in our Money Fest, and we're going to be in that wonderful energy. So begin with the end in mind. What is it to be financially free? And begin writing about that, and really dive into, like, juice it, enjoy it, lavish upon those thoughts and those definitions. They're just so you, and make it you. And for you, Mindy, make believe that you are writing the script of your life, because in truth, you are. So, for example, if you were going to write about your financial freedom as an actor, what would that sound like to me if I was reading your manuscript?
Okay. Wow. So I guess it would sound like I am so happy and grateful now that I get to act on stage in the theater that I love because it's nice and big and can house a lot of people. I am so grateful that I booked a commercial and I'm making fabulous money surrounded by fabulous producers and directors and making great connections. I am so grateful that scripts come to me so easily and people want to book me to work. I am so happy and grateful that opportunities just come to me.
Exactly.
Is
So that is the invitation. So I want to encourage you to begin practicing that every day. And when you hear the word practice, what does that mean to you?
It's to have consistency, right?
Mhm.
So as an actor, we may practice tongue twisters or exercises when we're going to speak or perform. I guess in this instance, it would be like doing a daily practice and doing it every day, being consistent.
Absolutely. That's why many times, and you might have heard this, that I say, put a toothbrush where all your pens are, which I don't have mine here again. Every time I do a presentation, I forget. And put a pen where you keep your toothbrush, to remind you to do it every day, to practice every day. Because just like brushing our teeth, which we do every day, but at the beginning, when we started, when we were little kids, we had to be reminded, right?
Right.
So in this process, as you begin, I am reminding you, as someone that is guiding you through this process. And the more that you do it, just like brushing your teeth, the more that you're going to know, almost unconsciously. Because now, I mean, do you really have to think about brushing your teeth every morning?
No, no, no.
Which is, by the way, the same thing that happens with our money scripts. Now, when you hear the word money scripts, What does that mean? Money scripts.
Money scripts. So that to me, I'm going to tell you right off, it was something new that you introduced into my life because, as you know, before I was very familiar with scripts, but not with money scripts. So it's something different and new that I'm embracing. And like I said, I wrote one already, so I'm happy about that. I just have to remember to do it every day, like you're suggesting. And I think that's going to be tricky, but I am open to doing that. So I guess money script is just treating it like everything else, right? If we journal or we put our intentions on a journal or notebook, is to write how we feel with the money that we're receiving or our intention on how much money we want to
Well,
receive.
let me stop you. So that is the process of money scripting, but let me go back to what is a money script. So a money script is actually a limiting or negative money script. In other words, it is a belief. So just like you and I do not have to think about brushing our teeth because we're into the habit and we have practiced so much that now it's like secondary to us. We have a lot of these negative and limiting money beliefs, money scripts, money beliefs that are limiting, that we have heard either from other people since childhood, or we have continuously repeated ourselves without maybe even realizing in our minds, that have become secondary to us, and we lean on them and we practice them without even realizing. Like I said, almost like getting up in the morning, you go to the bathroom and you start brushing your teeth. So there is a record playing back here in our subconscious mind that we're operating from that space of those limiting money scripts. And so we understand now that those money scripts are part in due to perhaps financial trauma that we have suffered either childhood or in adulthood, because it could have been you lost your business, or during the pandemic business was really bad,
Mhm.
so you develop these money scripts, right? So today I talk about rewriting those money scripts. But I want you to understand that it's more than writing an affirmation or using an affirmation that I or another manifestation expert like me gives you. Because one of the reasons I believe that a lot of the affirmations do not work is because we are repeating them like el papagayo. You know what el papagayo is? What's el papagayo? I think that's a Puerto Rican word, and that's why I said it. And I think
It's
that's a
like a crazy bird, right?
right. It's a
Yeah.
parakeet that repeats everything without knowing. So when we are not aware and conscious, because like brushing our teeth or sometimes driving to work or driving to a destination that you know that you get there and you're like, oh my goodness, I didn't even think about it. How did I get here? Most of the time, we are operating from that 95% unconscious or subconscious. And so, because of that, we don't realize that we have these money scripts playing in the back of our mind like a parakeet, repeating and repeating. So, how do we rewrite them? Well, not just by me giving them to you and you writing them over, because similar to affirmations, the reason why I believe they don't work is because you haven't put your own feeling, your own mind, and your own reality. So the best way to do that, I find, is to first reframe and then rewrite. And that's something that I teach and that you'll learn a little bit more in today's healing class. I have a healing class at 11, which I'll share with you now, which if you join the healing class, you can use that money towards the Money Fest. And if you join Money Fest, you'll get the healing class for free. Let me just point out, a reframe is a change in perspective of a situation. It's a different way, a different perspective, a different angle of looking at something. Essentially, it's altering the meaning that that has for you. So, for example, let's say I loaned money, which I did, to my business partner and best friend and cousin, and I loaned her $100,000, which I did, and she never paid me back, which she hasn't. And now, Mindy, you come to me and you ask me to borrow any amount of money. It doesn't have to be the 100,000. Let's say you say 500. I may have a money scripts that loaning money is not good because people don't pay back. Now, is that really true? Well, it may not necessarily be because a lot of people loan and borrow money and they pay back, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
So, what I want to do is reframe that. And so, first of all, in your mind, you begin reframing it and questioning whether or not this is true all the time. No, it isn't. Is this helping you? How is it protecting you? And you start asking yourself, what is this belief doing for me? And then you start rewriting it. So you rewrite it in a way is that resonates with you. So for example, let's just say I believe that I'm not good at public speaking. I can say I have room to improve my public speaking skills. I can start like that, right? And then I can also rewrite it and continue rewriting it and practicing. Now, I'm going to give you some ideas right from my journal, by the way, on basic things. So let's say one of the things that I've been deleting from my life is this idea that you have to work hard for money. Is that one of your money scripts?
Yes.
So
And
tell
the way I'm going to remember is money scripts is the same as money story, right?
it could be the
Okay.
money story is the actual story of the
What
situation
happened?
of loaning people money. That's the story.
Okay.
You could have different stories. So let's say that one is about loaning money, but then you have another one working hard. Maybe like my mom, she'll say, you have to work hard for money. So don't ask me unless you do this, 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 or unless you get a job. So then you believe that the only way that you can get money is by having a job. Because in the story that you first recall, it was your mom or your parents telling you that, you have to go to school, work hard at school, because then you get a job and you work hard at work and you get money. So
Correct.
that's the story. The script is the actual statement that keeps replaying, which
Yes.
is,
The
I have to work
statement.
hard for money. So how can you rewrite it? You can rewrite it. Let's say I thought I have to. So in work, we could say, oh my goodness, for my conference, I have to work hard at calling people. To get people to the conference, I have to work hard at creating a lot of emails. I have to work hard at going to a lot of events. I have to work hard at networking. Number one, the number one thing that you notice in there is what word feels like yucky,
Hard.
hard, and what else?
Work.
And I have to.
I have to. It's a yes. You
Yes.
have to.
So instead of I have to make phone calls, I have to network, I have to text people, I have to email, I have to create a landing page, I have to speak to a lot of people, I have to. I want to make phone calls. Set it as an intention. I want to make phone calls. I want to go networking. I want to start sending reminders to people to come to our Money Fest. I want to send reminders to people to come to our Thursdays FABpreneurs networking event. And after you feel comfortable with I want to, maybe you can move to I love to. Ooh, I love to call people. I love to call these women. Ooh, I love to network. Ooh, I love writing content. Oh, I love writing email. Ooh, I love writing sales pages. Ooh, I love inviting people to my events. Go ahead. You were going to say.
Yes, I have a question. Is I get to call people, is that too passive or too weak?
You can use just like affirmations. You use whatever resonates for you.
Okay.
I wanted to share with you what resonates for me.
Hmm.
And because if you recall, part of the work that I'm doing for the course and for the book is related to Dr. Hawkins, who was an MD, PhD, a psychiatrist, and a researcher who had 2 degrees. He did this calibration by practicing kinesiology, muscle testing, and he looked at different emotions and different feelings. And one of the ones that calibrate high up there in the scale from 0 to 1,000 was love, calibrating at 500, according to Dr. Hawkins. And so for me, I like using I want to because it encourages me. So I, instead of I have to, I start reframing and rewriting I want to. And then because I know that when I am calibrating at the energy of love,
Mm.
right? I start manifesting, I start reframing and rewriting to I love. I love. I love to do these live stream. I love to connect with people on the live stream. I love to share pearls of wisdom when I have them. I love to cook. I love to cook for my husband. I love to do these things. You see? So then I go from I want to I love to. It is up to you. The thing I want you to remember is that it has to resonate with you. Does that make sense?
Totally makes sense. Yes. And you
So
can
that, go
we can
ahead.
work our way up to it. If we're not feeling it, we can little by little work our way to the higher vibration or emotion.
Absolutely. So here's the assignment. First of all, we want to write, and we'll be doing this at MoneyFest. What are all our money scripts? What are they, right? What are all our money scripts? And then you could say, well, what's the money story that developed that money script? Because there could be a money story, right? It could be like, do you remember a money story for the story behind the you have to work hard? Do you remember what that was
For you?
for you?
Oh, for me, yes, yes,
What
yes.
was it? Do you want to share it or no?
I can share a little bit.
Yeah.
I grew up with my brother and my mom. She was a single mom, and she worked all day, full time job, and went to school at night to provide a better future and life for us. So I grew up seeing, hard work at work, and sacrifice and love. So I'm working on reframing that until I really saw love story from my mom. The way she worked all day, the way she went to school to provide us a better life. And instead of seeing it as like, I have to work hard like she did, I have to work really hard and sacrifice, I am changing it to, I'm getting emotional. I got to experience love at first sight in action.
You see, that is the reframe. So you just share the story. You have the money script, which is I have to work hard. You have the reframe, right? You experienced or you reframe that story of what that meant for you. Now the money scripting process is how you are rewriting that for you in the present moment. So
Mhm.
in the present moment, how would you rewrite now that new, more empowering money script for you?
Okay, so I have a few, but I have money flows to me easily and effortlessly. I create value doing what I love, and abundance flows with perfect timing.
I love that. So that's what you want to continue. You want to continue exploring. And then, just like writing a manuscript, you want to write a manuscript about it. And, at Manifest, we're going to go into beginning this process. So, for example, for me, I wake up in the morning and I start journaling, and I start journaling about how wonderful it is that my house manager has my breakfast already cooked for me. My house manager makes the house smells great. It smells great. And my team is already in my house and we're ready to have our team meeting to begin our day. So you see, I start writing a bigger story because part of that story about having to work hard and that money script about I have to work hard for money or I have to work for money, you see, that is even a stronger one to disbelieve. What if you don't have to work hard for money, and what if you don't even have to work for money? In other words, I can take that, and you could take that as two ways. I don't have to do any kind of work that I don't like because I have a team of people that do all that work for me. And because I get to do only what I love, I don't consider it work. So, for example, when I'm here in this live stream, I don't consider this work, right? So I don't have to even work for it, right? And so I have a team of people. So in my journal, I'm writing about, oh, my live stream team manages it. My email marketing team is sending this. So the money scripts becomes how everything around me is turning into money. And that is the new story, the new manuscript that I write. And I get to play the actor in the movie of my own life.
Which I love. And you know I love.
Yes.
Yes. And what a blessing that we can do that, right? And it's nobody's fault. You don't know what you don't know. So, but now you know, like the song says, but now you know.
Exactly.
Don't know, now you know.
That's right. So we're going to be diving more on this today in the healing class, which I'm going to go ahead and put it there for those that want. And if you want, if you don't have the Zoom link, just send me a message and I'll send it to you. We're going to be going a little deeper because what I want is on Friday, for those of you that have already attended the healing class, to begin sharing about like what you've been practicing already, because that way those that have not joined the healing class can catch up a little bit and
Mhm.
hear a little bit about like what you just shared with me. So I'm glad we did this live stream for the purpose of those who haven't received or haven't gotten their Money Fest ticket yet. And I want to make sure that anybody who already got a ticket and want to come to the healing class, they come today because it's the last one until Friday. And I really want you to start this week already getting into that manifesting. So manifesting specifically about manifesting money. And so we begin by setting that intention every morning as we write in our journal, as we practice, and we're writing it starting, like I've mentioned before, feeling grateful for what is in reality, and then feeling grateful for what we're creating. So, in other words, I am grateful, right, for air, for oxygen, for waking up, for being alive. And I'm also grateful for all the women that have made the decision to join us at the healing class today and at Money Fest. And I am grateful for all the money that is coming to you, Mindy. And I am grateful for all the money that's coming to anyone that's watching. And so I start in gratitude declaring my new truth. In other
Mm,
words, for you as an actor, I start declaring and writing my manuscript,
mm,
right? In a grateful gratitude way, just like if it was. So, FAB money scripting is about their first feeling, then acting or acting as, and taking action. Because when you are an actor, and I have the little thing that says
oh,
action,
you have
right?
to say?
Yeah, I have one because we have to take action every day. And one of the first actions that we take is to practice the FAB money scripting journaling method of journaling, which is money scripting, right? In the way that I've very basically and kind of general described every day, right? And acting as that which you wrote, which is your manuscript for the day, for the week, for the month. And the more you write about it, like, today we're going to have a great time. We're going to have a different breakthrough in our healing class. Today, this message, I'm going to send a replay out, and a lot of people are going to listen to it. And a lot of people are going to have breakthroughs. And those that are listening and watching are going to experience miracles. They're going to manifest money. Maybe they start little, maybe they're going to manifest people asking information about their business. Maybe they're going to manifest people wanting to join their email list. Maybe they're going to want to know, what more do you do? How can I join your community? How can I buy from you? How can I be part of what you're creating? So I start declaring that through my writing each and every day and allowing that to flow. So that's the first part. And then the B in FAB is to Be today. Be. In other words, focus on being more like that. And the more that today I am and I be like that fabulous financially free future self, the more I am becoming. And that's the B in the FAB money scripting
Love
method.
it. I love it.
So, do you have any questions? Because we have to finish up. Now, we are delighted to finish today. You see, so we have to catch ourselves, right?
I
We are
know.
delighted to finish today, and we're going to be jumping into the healing class to explore more of these. And we want to get ready energetically, psychologically, emotionally for Friday and beyond. Because just like another analogy, like releasing weight, releasing weight is a process, it's a journey. So, for example, for me, I've been releasing weight and keeping it off by practicing intermittent fasting. Now, when I go back to my bad habits of not practicing, I usually gain weight. So, it is a lifelong practice for me to keep the weight off, and the same thing with this practice. It is a lifelong practice that we have to do each and every day, and it is a journey. In other words, we can experience miracles such as change in consciousness and manifest money all of a sudden. All of that is possible, and all of that has been possible. And people, I and perhaps even you have experienced it. And we want to release and surrender to how or when it wants to show up for us.
Mm. Which I think for me, that's, a little resistance there, right? Because I want it now. I want it when I want it. So, yeah, I am also working on that, like just letting go and letting it happen. It's just sometimes it's not our time, right?
I
It's
don't know
divine.
about that. Well, I don't know about that. I want you to, are you coming to the healing class now?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so let's continue this conversation about
Okay.
resistance. And sometimes, because that's a belief too, by the way, but I like to focus on the resistance. So let's talk about resistance today, because I think the more that we become aware of our resistance, the more freeing it's going to be. So our resistance is there to protect us. What is it protecting us from? And what happens if we reframe that
Danger.
resistance?
It's protecting us from danger.
So let's explore that. Any other thoughts or questions before we say goodbye on the live stream?
I just want to say thank you so much. I love talking about this. I love working on myself and finding new ways to just be a better version of myself. And I want to thank you because you are touching a lot of our lives, a lot of people's lives. And that's also my intention, right? So I just want to thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, Mindy. You know, I don't believe in coincidence. I believe everything is a divine incident, a divine appointment. And I'm so glad that I'm in this journey with you because you are a teacher and you are a student, and so am I. And, you know, one of the things I mentioned on November 1st, I'm going to invite a few of the women to join as a financially free FABpreneur, a new program that I'm launching. And part of that, there's not, as far as I can see right now, there's no certification, but I'm going to invite women to be leaders with me. In other words, we're going to create synergy partnerships to see how we could all rise together. And you're one of the women that I think will be someone good to be part of what we're creating together collectively, beginning this year, and of course, soaring really high for 2025. So thank you so much, Mindy.
Thank you. No, thank you. And I'm looking forward to it. I think it's important for women to help women, not only by saying it, but by doing it. So I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome. So I am going to be sending out an email to everyone that has the VIP ticket that they can join our healing class. And so I'll see you in 20 minutes. Thank you so much.
Thank
And thank
you.
you, everyone, for being here. Make sure to connect with Mindy and myself. Mindy, what's the best way people can connect with you?
On Instagram, acting over 50.
Okay.
And also on Facebook, Mindy Acevedo or Acevedo. And don't forget Money Fest Live.
Yay. Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mindy. I'll see you in
Bye.
20 minutes. Bye.